What's up, everybody? I'm Leck,
I'm Germ.
and this is another episode of Ode to Black Love podcast.
We back, y'all.
Wow, that feels so good to say.
It's been a while.
That's nuts.
It's been a while. So much life has happened.
So much life has happened.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
gosh. I didn't even put that like a section on there to catch up. So
No, we probably need to do that. Yeah.
yeah. We probably should do that. Okay. Well, as y'all know, this is another episode, like I already said, of Ode to Black Love podcast. We are super excited to be back recording episodes. We have not recorded an episode since probably late November or December.
Yeah, one of the two. I'm gonna say late November.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it was the
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving rank, and we recorded another one, but
we didn't put it out
we
yet.
haven't
It'll
put it
probably
out
come
yet.
out after this one.
It might as well. It might as
Yeah.
well. But anyway, we haven't recorded an episode in a minute. And so much life has happened since then. So before we start those updates, make sure you guys are liking, following, and subscribing to us on all social media platforms. So that's at Ode to Black Love on Instagram and TikTok, then Ode to Black Love Podcast on Facebook and YouTube.
And make sure y'all head over to odetoblacklove.com. We're having a sale going on for Valentine's Day. So I want to say 2 for $30. Is that what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Clearing out the last of our inventory so we can make space for new.
Absolutely.
So we having a 2 for $30 going on, so you can get
his
2
and
shirts.
hers and hers,
whatever.
his and his, whatever you want, whoever you want to buy a shirt for, 2 for $30.
I think we got 4 designs, but like I said, it's kind of limited. So
limited availability.
So go through
2 of them,
them
we have a good amount of stock. I'm talking over you.
Yeah,
we got to get back in the groove.
So yeah, we got an okay amount. I don't think it's as much as she think, but we got an okay amount of our most recent ones. But make sure y'all go cop if we got your size. Buy us out so you can make space for the new. Because about to start recording and being back on it.
Yeah.
So other than that, I mean, ain't much else going on over there. Keep up with us on social media.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. And then maybe we'll start doing stuff on the page once we get back going. But
Yeah,
I ain't gonna act like we about to be updating the website like that.
It's on my 2023 goal list.
Hey, look, I don't blame you. We got so much stuff going on. The website is so far in the back. But once we start going, it's gonna make more sense to start posting on it.
Yeah, it'll be good. We coming. But like we said, we're excited to be back. It's been 2 months since we recorded, so we'll just start with December. It started with you turning 29, big baby.
Yeah, turned 29. No, turn 4. I mean, that's not that.
No,
big.
It did not turn 4.
I mean 3. Sorry, I'm thinking
Good
it's upcoming.
grief.
I'm thinking it is upcoming. Sorry, but yeah, he turned 3. So I mean, we had a birthday party for him.
Yeah,
we took a little vacation, not a real vacation, but
hung out
Dallas.
with some friends in Dallas.
Yeah, hung out with some friends and stuff.
To see them.
For those that know, I'm in school. I finished the last semester great. Went into this semester.
My baby got some good grades and stuff.
When you're paying for it,
you gonna bust your ass, boy.
So, but yeah, so everything on that front is going well.
Absolutely. We ended the year strong. We actually got sick. Was it just me?
I think I got it for like a day. But yeah, you and Noah was sick for a little bit.
Me and Noah got sick the beginning of December too. So like I had the COVID and the flu. And then at the end of the year, we had a little bit of a bug coming into the new year. So we had just a very
it's been interesting
December.
Between sick and being busy, and then at the beginning of the year, I took an intercession course.
Oh my god!
We just kind of been running, and we really ain't had time.
Let's talk. Can we talk just a little bit about January in the intercession course?
Sure.
So the reason why is because I want to go back to what was that January 2022. So last year, Jeremy. That's when Jeremy decided he was going back to school. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he was excited about it. And so he had an intercession class that was, 2 weeks that time?
It was a week. It was just online.
Why did it feel like it was 2 weeks?
Because you was dramatic.
No, I think it was. No, I do think you had work for
school.
2 weeks.
No, I just started school.
No, whatever. Anyway, maybe he didn't. Anyway, he decided to go back to school. And he had an intercession class.
My first class back to college was intercession.
Back to school in like 5 years.
Yeah, in a long time.
In a while. And so it was an intercession class. And we didn't really know what that would be like for us in our relationship and just what being parents and all that stuff. And so it was a rough kickoff to him being in school. And we got into probably one of our biggest arguments ever during that time.
Yeah, it was a rough little patch. She
It
was not
was.
happy for me to go back to school. I'm just kidding.
Thank you for saying
I'm
that.
just
I was
kidding.
definitely happy for him to go back to school, but the way in which it was done, it just was not well thought out or executed or considerate. But regardless of that, it was rough. But fast forward to this year, the reason why I want to bring it up is because this year, we really know yourself to lead yourself. We learned our lesson. And we were so intentional in January with that intercession class. And so we knew we had to come in. We didn't know how hard it was going to be, or you didn't know how hard it was going to be.
I knew it was gonna be hard off
You
the
felt
syllabus.
it.
Off
Yeah,
the
you
syllabus,
felt it, but you didn't know, what it was going to be like.
When I
But
got my syllabus, I texted Alexis. I said, "Oh no, I think this professor is gonna take this extra serious."
You did say that.
I didn't even read it. I just looked at how much he typed on there and how he had to let it.
You said this is too much for a
Yeah,
week class,
this ain't the
bro.
basic. Yeah, this ain't the basic syllabus. Like he really took some time. Normally they use the same template. And
Mhm.
if you seen one, you seen 100. I said, "Oh no, he laid it out." And
Well, yeah.
he took it serious.
We decided, yeah, it was a rough week for Jeremy, but it was not a rough week for the Coleman household because we were just super intentional about how we set ourselves up. We meal prepped a lot of the stuff so dinner would be easy. I was picking up Noah and taking him to school. Like we just ran like a well-oiled machine.
Alexis surely held it down that week. Yeah, she
I
held
did.
it down.
But because like we just knew what to expect. We knew like what life would look like. And so it just was really a drastic 360 from that last January, him going to school and taking the intercession class to this January. And we really did that. There were no hurt feelings. Towards about Thursday and a half.
She was tired.
I was like, all right.
She had an attitude and stuff.
No, it wasn't attitude, but it was like, can a
She was
bitch get a
walking
booty
around.
rub?
She was
Like,
walking
can
around.
the
I
girl
wasn't-
get a booty rub? Hey, bleep out the B word. I'm trying not to cuss.
It's too late.
No, it's not.
But my
Anyway.
professor, so I wasn't around the family. So my professor, he was like, or he kind of broke down the class, and basically what he said was like, basically, it's gonna take like 20 hours a day. You're gonna dedicate about 20 hours a day to this class.
It was 21.
Or 21, yeah,
Yes.
21 hours a day to this course. So that was 21 hours I dedicated.
And it was 21
hours. So I was
every
barely
time.
sleeping. I wasn't sleeping in the bed. I didn't sleep in the bed the whole week. She slept with Noah.
Oh yeah, because you would what?
I would sleep on the couch or something like
take
that.
a cat nap on the couch
take a
and
cat
get
nap,
right
then
back
get
to
back
work.
up and go and finish my homework and go to class or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but he wasn't playing. He at the first day of class, he came in and he was like, "I'm gonna bring coffee and stuff, but you're gonna dedicate 21 hours a day to this course, And he wasn't lying. Everybody in the class was sleep deprived, but we all got tight after it. Like I be seeing people around campus, like, hey, I usually don't talk to people on campus like that. I be seeing people around campus, like, oh, what up? We kind of been through it together now. Like, what up? Like I said, we all struggled together. So, but I got an A.
Yeah.
I got an A.
And
it was worth. I mean,
our marriage got an A.
Yeah, I was about to say it was worth the lack of sleep, but I mean,
Either way,
I think so. I got an A, so at least I'm not salty.
Exactly, it all worked out. I only wanted to bring it up just to point out how much of a difference it was when we were being intentional. Also, in January, I started a new job.
New JLB.
A new job.
Major upgrade for her. She's moved into a leadership position, so.
Yeah, I'm not going to do too much talking about it, but what I will say is I'm super happy where I'm at, super excited for the work that I get to do. It feels so good. Like most times when I start new positions, there's a level of anxiety that's there of like, oh dang, like change again. I'm about to have to learn this. And like I'll just start to kind of be anxious. But this is probably the first time I've ever felt just fully confident in the work that I'm doing and my ability to do it. So it really feels good to be where I'm at. And it also feels good to
make a little coin. Would you say this is the first time you ever had a position that you actually like wanted? Like you liked jobs that you had, but like this is actually a position that you actually wanted?
No, I wouldn't say wanted. And the reason why I say that is because when I think about the other positions that I got, I wanted those at the time. I think this is the first time I got a position that, follow me here, y'all. This is the first time that I been in a position that aligns with my strengths, like aligns with my 70. Like the role itself is me. It's creating new things. It's using my integrity and what I know of myself and what I know of HR policies and procedures to make an organization better for the employees that work there. And that is my jam. Like that is like I love doing that stuff. And this is the first time that I've been able to have that direct impact. And so I think that's why it feels so good, because it's like this is my jam. Like all of it is like liberating for me.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm happy. I'm excited. I want to get some. My plan is to get somewhere and sit down, and be here and sit down. But I also know that I can make plans all day long, and God can have other plans. So
I guess the cool thing about this position is she didn't seek it out. We didn't really say that. Somebody came and headhunted her, found her, and presented her with something she wasn't even necessarily looking for.
I did not seek this out. I was actually in a place of contentment. I had been like, oh man, and idolizing or ideating, sorry, not idolizing, but ideating like the idea of a new job for a few months. But then I was like, no, actually, no, I'm good. And I just really got content with where I was and just the growth that I would receive where I was. And then, like Jeremy said, out the blue, it's like, hey,
you never know who's watching.
Would you be interested in X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, me? And so then conversation, and boom, bada bing, I started a new job. So it feels really good to be in this position, and I'm just super grateful.
Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, that's the gist. I mean, we done did a lot of stuff, but we would spend a whole pod trying to figure y'all in.
Yeah, and we didn't even prepare to do that because we would have wrote some stuff down. So that's just the stuff we could think. Oh, before we move on, your girl started in the gym.
Oh yeah, she been in the gym for the past 2 months.
9 weeks strong, baby. Yeah. Shout out to Jordan Liggins. He's my trainer, and we be getting it in Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, 9 weeks straight. And I've seen tremendous gain. Is that the word I'm looking for? I've just seen a lot. No, what am I trying to say?
Improvement.
Thank you. Tremendous
improvement.
Did I say that right? Tremendous?
That's fine. Substantial. Whatever you want to say. You got better in the gym.
I've just seen a lot of improvement.
You
overall.
Stronger.
I'm not
you faster?
Probably, yeah. Oh, no, I gotta be, because I was out of shape, boy. But no, I just feel really good. Like I'm in a position or in a place with my health where I feel really good about what I'm ingesting, and then also like just how my body feels physically. Now I'm gonna step it up a notch in February, but I just want to say that too. Like your girl has started in the gym, and it's been great. Shout out to Jordan.
Yeah, shout out.
So. Okay, so now that we got that little update out the way, also real quick, shout out to everybody who kind of reached out to us, because we weren't on social media a lot either in January, and a few people reached out to us and just was like, hey, just checking in. Or I say a few people, a lot of people on the podcast side were just like, hey, I can't wait for y'all to come back. But a good amount of close friends also reached out and was like, hey, what you and Jeremy doing? We ain't really seen y'all. What's going on? Yeah. And so that's love. We appreciate that.
Yeah, and our marriage is good. Y'all learn. We just been busy, so we ain't been in the forefront. I know, like, it's kind of weird having this platform. It's like, they're not doing nothing anymore. Then I'm like,
they good?
Yeah, are y'all good? Which not anybody asked. Really. Yeah, anybody really asked. But I figured I'd say, like, yeah, we still smooth. Just because we ain't been on here don't mean things ain't great. We just been pretty busy.
We've been dating and everything.
Yeah, we've been doing really good. We just ain't been,
we just ain't been.
We just kind of been focusing on our home life, getting our home life in order, and just really trying to execute. Like I said, a new job. I'm in school full time, work full time. Noah's getting older, and
marriage full time.
Other opportunities or wherever they might pop up. So, but we about to get back on it. So,
oh, and you didn't talk about the men's group either.
Oh yeah, I started helping with a men's group, United Men's. So shout out Ike. I'll probably talk about that more in the future.
Yeah, like a solo episode.
Not even, just, I didn't really plan on.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, you're
my
fine. I
bad.
just didn't think about it, but I started doing that, so I have been starting to reach out and do more men's stuff and just kind of, living my purpose and stuff like that. Men's
Thanks.
mental health and just helping other men and just starting to build a community and fraternizing with other men and stuff like that, and just kind of, grow outside of the podcast. I do the podcast and. I talk to men that reach out through the podcast per se, but just starting to meet men in the real world and, just shine my light and live in my passion and do all of the corny stuff that
What's your
you
passion?
be talking.
Corny.
Yeah, you always talk about. I'm talking about your works. From work.
Oh, I'm like,
sorry, not that living your passion is corny. You just always come home with that,
whatever. Anyway,
development
what's your
stuff.
passion?
I just want to help with the mental health in the Black community, Black men especially. Like I said, it don't have to be with disorders, but having somebody you talk to, understanding that what you're going through, you're not alone.
Yeah.
And things like that, or even just building family and becoming better fathers, and just kind of just.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, it's fine. Just helping people, get the resources that we didn't necessarily grow up with. A lot of people didn't grow up with that knowledge, or grow up with fathers, or financial advice. Not that I'm just like financial advisor, but even if somebody's like, I don't know, I want to do better for my kids. Well, this is somebody you can talk to. Just I just want to be a resource. Yeah. Absolutely. So, that's it. That's all.
Ah, I love it. I love seeing you living your 70s.
We'll see. Once I start getting busy.
I'm gonna still love it, but I'll be like, hey, I need to be take care of things.
I think that's the point.
You already busy anyway. We ain't gonna.
That's what I'm saying. But what about when I'm really busy? Like, okay,
really busy, don't need to look like
I'm gonna have to go on a 3-day trip.
Me and I'll pack our bag, baby.
You can't go all over.
Yes, I can. Says who? No, I'm just playing. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
See,
I'm really not that attached though, y'all. He can go for 3 days. Just don't make it more than 3 days. Stop. I'm not. You don't want to text. You don't want to don't leave.
Because I know how y'all would do it.
Boy, shut up. Anyway, so let's go on and jump into the good news. Did you ever enter, because I don't be listening back to the episodes anymore. I used to, but I don't. Do you be inserting the, hey, y'all heard about the good news?
I have been. We ain't been recording, so what I'm gonna say, yeah, I have been. We did the good news like 3-4 times,
Have you ever done that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I love that. Anyway, so yes, moving on to the good news. So the first piece of good news is we back.
Yeah, that's the first.
Period. Like, we're here, we're recording an episode. Like, that is really good news. Excuse me. It feels good to be back, and yeah, we took a break, but here I go. Okay, y'all, well, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of the day. So, as y'all know, it's February. This is the month of love. Valentine's Day is this month, although it is a made-up holiday. We still celebrate it or acknowledge it I say celebrate, no. We still acknowledge it in some way. Form or shape, some way. But it's the month of love. It's also Black History Month. And so I really wanted to take the time for us to talk about why it's easy for us to love one another. Now, when I say easy to love each other, I'm not saying that our relationship is perfect and we never fight, we never argue. I literally was just telling y'all about a big argument that we got into a year ago. So y'all know we still real, we still human. But loving each other is easy. Like, we do have an easy love for one another. In comparison to other loves, right? I know I've experienced toxic love before where me and that person probably shouldn't have been together. I probably shouldn't have loved that person. But there was still love there that made the relationship. It was love, but it was challenging. It was hard. It was difficult to love that person or those people. So,
yeah, and I want to add too, I was having a conversation I mentioned in men's group, and we were kind of talking about how loving your partner or having your partner as your best friend is different than having another best friend. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
What do you mean different than having another best friend?
Like having a best friend that's not your spouse.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, it's like, it's easier for me to love you than try to have a best friend shit. Like I would rather love you than have a best. You know, it's kind of.
What you mean though? Like
like it's easier. It's easier. Like if like let's say your best friend make you mad, you don't have to talk to them. Yeah, you know what I mean? It could be for men. It could be months or whatever it may be.
Yeah, I see.
You know, as far as you know, but with you, it's like I don't want to go. It's easier. You know, it's easier. So that's kind of like you know.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because I don't know. You are my best friend.
Yeah, we each other's best friend for sure.
Easily.
So I'll start off. That's why it's easy for me to love you. That's my.
Oh, what an easy win!
No, I'll take it first. So I have to get out the top. I have to take it first. But that's why it's like easier because we actually do have a friendship. It's not just some people want to separate their marriage and they be like, "That's my wife," and then these are my friends over here. Mm-hmm. It's like, nah, this is my best friend. Like I don't do everything with you, but I would do everything with you, you know, for the most part, you know. So, like, you are my best friend. Like, I can tell you anything, and I trust you with whatever I tell you, and that you respect what I tell you, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, you being my best friend is, like, the
makes
first
it
reason.
easy.
Yeah, it makes it easy. Cause,
what makes me your best friend?
I can just talk to you. Like, I can trust you with any information. Or for you to come through for anything that I need you to, for the most part. Anyway. You know, she said everybody forgets stuff.
I was saying, don't ask me.
Yeah, everybody forgets stuff.
It's easy to forget.
But yeah, like I feel like I love, you know, like it's I can trust you. You know, like I can trust you. I can talk to you about anything. You know, I don't have to worry about you judging me.
Yes.
You know, if I really need somebody to roll with me to do something, like I know I can call you.
Facts.
And you're not gonna be like, ugh. You might be in your head, but not outside.
Not outside. Okay. So I didn't even tell y'all. We're going to take this time to tell each other 3 reasons why it's easy for us to love one another. And so Jeremy just got one off his chest, which was, you know, I'm his best friend, and that's likewise clearly. My I shouldn't say my number 1 reason, but one reason why I think it's easy to love you. I'm gonna go with this one. It's because of your genuine, deep love for me. Now follow me here. I feel like it's easy to love somebody, but I'll say specifically, it's easy for me to love you because I know how much you love me. You know what I mean? Like if it was something that I was unsure about, or something that like I wasn't certain of or I didn't really feel, then it wouldn't be as easy to love you the way that I love you. But because I know deep down that you have a deep love for me, it's like loving you. I already love you, but it makes that love 10 times easier. Mm-hmm. Now, that don't mean I don't want you to say it, you know, more, because we talk about this all the time. Like, of course, I'm a words of affirmation person. And so I love when you tell me and remind me, especially when, like, the inner critic or that inner person is trying to, you know, mess with my head. But I know deep down, like, you show me all the time, your actions speak that you have a deep, genuine love for me. And that makes my ability, or that makes me love you even more. Like, that makes it easy for me to...
I agree. Like, when the love is reciprocated, it's easier to put it out. Because, like, you don't have to worry about, like, do they love me? You know, am I doing this? And they don't even love me the same or whatever. I feel like we genuinely, like, love each other.
It's deep, too.
Yeah, we genuinely love each other, and we don't have to worry about, like, oh, does she love me? Am I doing? Is this relationship one-sided?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like no.
Like sometimes my inner critic will, you know, get in my head and be like, it'll just say dumb. And I keep saying inner critic. It's really not a inner critic. It's really like a insidious thought. Is that the right word?
I think so. I think that works.
Whatever. It's really a intrusive thought. There we go. But it'll say something like, something happened to you, would he be sad? No, I know you would be sad. But I'm like...
About to go out here and get on these bitches.
I'm like, how sad would he be? I know this is dumb, y'all, but I really think stuff like that. Like, how sad would he be? And I know deep down, like, my baby would be hurt. Like, he would be hurting. Would he ever recover? Yes, absolutely, because he just made like that. But he would be hurting for a while. And not that should be a test of love, but that's just how my mind be going sometimes. Don't judge me, y'all. But yeah, loving is easy because you love me very deeply.
That's good. Okay. So I guess another reason for me, I just love what we building. You know, so it's like it's easy to pour into you, which that's different. There's different ways to love somebody, right? And so like it's easy for me to pour into our relationship when it's like, okay, like we building something. Like whether it don't have to be financially or whatever, but it's like, okay, we doing something, we're going in the right direction, and we're doing something together that's positive. Like we building something. Like we, whether that be helping with raising Noah, or you know our personal goals or career goals. It's like, okay,
we're building a legacy.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like we building something together. It's not like, okay, one of us is doing something and it's like, no, everything, we're building something together.
Everything.
And so so it's like it's easy to, you know, love and pour into you and support you and, you know, love that kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, like we building this, you know, together. Like we doing something. It's not a waste of time.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like you can actually see the work that, whether it's small or big, you know, over time you can kind of see it start to pay out. Yeah. Because it's like,
that's real.
You know, just like behavioral changes even in our relationship. It's like, oh man, like our therapist asked us like on Thursday, she's like, I don't know, she's like, are y'all still working on your marriage? Like, are y'all still putting in the work? And I'm like, well, I feel like it's just kind of normal. But I'm like, compared to a year ago, compared to 2 years ago, like, hell yeah. So I'm like, you know, we continually building and getting in a good space, and it's like you could tell, you know, when you in it, it's hard to realize, but when you kind of take a step back and look at our relationship, you're like, wow, we really like building something together. Yeah.
I love that you said that, because one, it wasn't on my list, but also it's the together. Like we are both going up in our personal lives, like just like without each other, right? Like we just both have these plights that we're on just for our personal goals, but it's so like we are intentional about making sure it's together. Like regardless of what you do or I do, it's not like, well, I'm on this solo venture and I'm figuring this out for me. It's never that. It's like always us. It's like, okay, I'm about to do this. How we going? What we going? It's always we, us, in our unit. It's never like my this or my that. It's, I don't know. I love that. And not saying that we're not our own beings and we don't have our own stuff. Of course we do. But we just make sure that we are inclusive of each other and thoughtful of each other. So I love that.
I know,
Shut up. Okay. Another reason why I think loving you is easy is because of your healthy masculinity. So a lot of people talk about toxic masculinity, but nobody really talks about what healthy masculinity looks like. And the more, because I've looked into it, because I didn't really know how to describe what this thing was. And that's what it is. Like, what you do and how you lead our family is like, for the most part, healthy masculinity. It's egoless. It's all about the betterment of us as a unit. You never try to dim my light to make yourself feel better. And not that I think you would, or I know you wouldn't, but not that like it would even be something you thought about, but like just thinking about other men and how like they could be intimidated by the things that I achieve. You know what I mean? Like
she getting that bag. That's what she's trying to say.
No, it's not even just the bag though.
No, but for real. But that's one of the things. But yeah, you've been having a lot of success.
And not just the, like I said, not just the bag, but not. That's not even what I was thinking about. I'm just thinking about like, you know, getting my like just the things that I've achieved. And this is not to be like tooting my own horn, but I'm not shying away. Like I'm not about to dim my light. Shut up.
I saw that trajectory.
No, shut up. I'm just on an upward trajectory, and as much as I'm like, ooh, housewife me, and I still love that idea, I still have so much that I want to achieve and accomplish, and I never feel insecure with you about that. Like I never feel like let me not tell Jeremy that I want to do this because he may feel. Absolutely not. Like you just choose to support me all the time, no matter what I want to achieve, and no matter what I want to do. And then also, not just that, like you don't get intimidated by it, or even. I don't want to say you don't care because I think you do care, just because you care about me and all that stuff. But like you just choose to rise in your own right. You know what I'm saying? Like and you're already doing that. I don't know. It's just this constant like growth together that I love. But I think we're able to do that because of your healthy masculinity.
I like the way you phrase that. I like the way healthy masculinity because that's like part of what I, part of like my purpose too. Because like I want to teach men out there like you could be manly without being like misogynist.
I was just gonna say, let me point out something else that's on my healthy masculinity.
Okay,
no, you're okay, but I see you about to get there, and this will help you get there even better. But not just those things, but it's also like your ability to be more vulnerable. Recently, well, in general, like you've even at the beginning of our relationship, like you would show me aspects of your vulnerability, but from then to now, it's like times 10. And not that you just always vulnerable, because you still got room to grow. Mm-hmm. But your ability to be vulnerable with me and still be in your masculinity and not be like, and I don't how do I phrase this? Like some people are like, well, I'm gonna be vulnerable, but it's gonna come off as an attack to who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. And I feel like for the most part, almost always like, you can speak up about how you feel about something I did without saying that I'm a bad wife, without saying that Alexis is this and trying to diminish me. Like you call me up and not out. You call me up like, I'm disappointed in you and I think you do better, but you love me through that anyway. Mm-hmm. And so all of that I think is that healthy masculinity that you have, and that makes loving you so easy.
That's great.
Yeah, you like that one? I know you do.
I like it.
I can see the little glisten in your eye.
Healthy masculinity, huh?
Hey, you gonna brand that for on the shirt?
Shit, man. Y'all heard it here first. No, okay. Yeah, I do love that. Like you said, and it kind of goes into my third one, but I won't say it. But yeah, I love being that for you. Like I think having a good balance of masculinity and femininity in any relationship, okay, whether that's male or female, male, female, whatever. Even if the male is more feminine and the woman is more masculine,
it's just about balance.
I think it's very important to find that balance, and that's like I feel like that's where our relationship is really healthy. Like even from the beginning,
I'm submissive like a motherfucker, y'all.
She's not.
Yes, I am.
You're not.
I'm not.
You're submissive, yes, but you're not like as a mug, no. Good. You're not a good.
Baby, you lying.
I wouldn't want you that way. I wouldn't want you.
I'm not saying I'm no walk all over me.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
not
but that's what's
no.
We gotta
stereotypical.
Okay, we gotta.
Submissiveness.
We're talking to a large group of people.
Okay.
We're talking to a large group.
But let's be clear, because I'm submissive.
Yeah, you will let me lead. You will.
I'm submissive as hell.
But we know people
healthily.
Yes.
Healthily.
Yeah, but you feminine. Yeah. I don't have to worry about you being like hard. Like it's a few people that I'll be seeing like, oh man, like. Some women just be like, I'm like, that's just not for me, Like, but I don't want no super feminine like, either, Like, some women be tough, and then some women be
you
like...
You said tough? What you mean by tough?
Like, damn, like, she gonna punch me? There's some of them out there, and they know that they out there.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's all about the balance.
It's all about balance. I'm like, no, like, I don't... and then there's some women out there that's just lay down and just let they do whatever. And I'm just like, I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't like that either. But which I found like I found my partner. Like whatever works.
In which ways am I submissive?
You let me lead, definitely. Like if I say like this is it, you say, all right, like.
I trust you, yeah.
We'll talk about it. But if I say this is it and this is how it's gonna go.
And I might say, I don't know, baby. I don't know about that, but I trust you.
But if I say this is it, this is how it's gonna go, normally like it's fine. Which, I like when we have healthy conversation. Like I wouldn't want somebody that would just go along with everything I say every time. That's why I think it's just like
because I ain't gonna do
exactly.
That.
But some people think that's
but submission. I was about to say that's not healthy submission to me.
Exactly. But we're talking to the world. We're talking to the world. Some people that might work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here to say like what we got is better than anybody else's thing.
So maybe I shouldn't say that's not healthy submission.
Yeah,
because it could be healthy
it could be. Yeah.
I apologize. This is a no judgment zone.
Yeah, so that might be what work for you, and like the male making. She might
but
not want to make.
No, that don't sound.
She might not want to make any decisions.
I get not wanting to make any decisions. Well, I'm shut up.
Hey, I definitely agree with you.
I know, but now I'm starting to think of like psychologically, like is that safe? You know what I'm saying? to be like, okay, whatever, like to go along with whatever somebody's saying.
I mean, I'm with you. We definitely.
Because I don't want to judge, but I also want to make sure we're considerate of.
We definitely agree, but we gotta understand that people sometimes exist outside of the bell curve. I feel like we had that conversation. You talked to me about that, but
the bell curve.
It's a bell curve, whatever you want to call it. Some people exist in the margins. And if that works for you,
we didn't have. Is this the conversation you wrote down? And
no, this isn't that. Okay. But anyway, some people exist in the margins, and I don't want to like poop on.
And we're not trying to shame anybody. You're right. I'm gonna shut up.
I don't want to poop on you, but you know, like I feel like for the majority, no, you should probably have conversations and stuff like that. So, but because we talking about our love, I ain't trying to poop on nobody else.
Yeah, that's true.
While we talking about our love, that's my thing. You know,
right?
Very inclusive.
And actually now what I want to say, and we can close this out, is healthy submission is whatever keeps the two individuals psychologically safe.
Yeah, as long as that's what makes you good.
So no matter how much you give or take, like I didn't want to make it seem like I was trying to say it's not healthy to always agree. Because shit, if that person is always right, then maybe you do always agree. But as long as it's a safety there psychologically and you're not feeling...
Yeah.
I'm shut up.
It's some people that exist in the margins, and if you exist in the margins and that works for y'all, that works for you.
So, I know you're not.
No, we're good. We're good.
But I'm just like, dang, I don't, because I really.
It's fine. That's what this is here for.
First week back, and I'm already offending people.
No, we're not here to offend nobody. We're here to talk. Like I said, this is just what worked for us.
Absolutely.
And we ain't really ever heard nobody hit us up and be offended. I feel like we both pretty.
I agree.
You know, whatever. So. Whatever, but back to our love. Because we kind of got sidetracked.
Yes.
You talked about, you know, me not dimming your light and stuff like that. And the reason, and this might be selfish, but I mean, the reason why it's easy to love you is because I genuinely like seeing you happy. So it's like, you know, like when all of this good stuff happening to you, like, and I can't really be jealous of you because I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy that you're happy and, you know, and stuff like that. So, like, how can I try to dim your light when I'm happy to see you happy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely want to see you happy. So, when I want to see you happy, it makes it easier for me to do the harder things. So, it makes it easier for me to, whatever, maybe do extra chores or, you know, get the crayon out of the oven and stuff like that. It's like, I want to see you happy. That's a whole other story that we have to talk about another time.
Yes.
But, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like, it's easy for me to do that stuff because I genuinely want to see you happy. I want to see you well off. I want to see you. Yeah, I want to take care of you in the ways that I can. So
was that your number 3? Yeah,
it's my number 3. Okay. So it's just genuinely like, you know, it's easier for me to love you because I genuinely want to see you happy. I want to see you win. So you don't have to worry about me like trying to poop on you because you're happy. Because like seeing you happy also makes me happy. So I don't know if that's a cop out, but
well, I mean, it's not to me. I feel like it's just the reality of our marriage and our relationship. Like. It's genuine support. Both ways, baby. And I appreciate you. Like, I just never feel any... Like, you are... that kind of leads into my next one. But you are genuinely... So my number 3 is... the reason why I think it's so easy for me to love you is the safety that you create for me in all ways. And so one of the ways is psychological and, like... what you just said, like, you are genuinely supportive of me and genuinely want to see me happy, and it shows, and it creates this safety for me to just be whatever I want to be, like, in all different ways. It's super exciting. It's super liberating to just be me and be able to be all of me around you and feel safe in doing so. Like, when I feel very... So, like, in my most vulnerable moments, in moments where I feel my most exposed, like, my first thought is to pick up, which it shouldn't be, it should be to pray to God. But my first thought is, like, let me call my baby, because I feel embarrassed, or I feel my anxiety's, you know, taking over. Like, just whatever I'm feeling my weakest, or just in a really weak moment and I need somebody to help me get out of it. You're the first person that I call because I genuinely feel... safe with you, but then also just thinking about the safety that you create, and like I said, it just liberates the hell out of me. I could be my complete accidental self, which looks like me falling asleep on the subway in Chicago because I know I'm safe whenever I'm with you. It means us going through the airport, going wherever we gonna go. I don't really gotta worry about the details of everything because you gonna make sure we good and taken care of. And even if I try or want to worry about the details, I never do it as good as you. Therefore, it's no point in me wasting my energy because you take that responsibility of keeping me safe. So serious, and it, like I said, it liberates me to be like indulgent in my like carefreeness. Which is good and bad. Like it's like okay, I feel like when I figured it out, I shouldn't even say figured it out. I feel like it's starting to balance out now. Like before, it was like, oh, okay, I'm with Jeremy. I can be carefree. I can do whatever I want to do, essentially, because like I don't gotta worry about shit. Jeremy's here. I'll turn up. It reminds me of like always having a designated driver. Like you can get as drunk as you want to because you have a designated driver. It's like just because you have a designated driver doesn't mean you should tear up your body like that and get shit faced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we're starting to balance it out. But I feel like that's kind of how life was. I shouldn't say life in general, but just like when I was with you or when I'm with you, I just feel so cared for. Even like I was saying, like back to the anxiety or any mental health things that are going on, like a bad day, just giving you a hug and being in your arms is like I can just really let go of all the tension in the day and all the just whatever I'm feeling and just kind of release that and feel like safe and complete in your arms. And so that makes loving you so easy.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I know. I'm in my bag today, boy.
Good little exercise.
I know. And so we did this, and we didn't discuss it obviously before, but like I said, with this being the month of love, y'all, with Valentine's Day approaching, this episode is dropping on Valentine's Day. Take that as an opportunity to talk to your partner about why you love them, why it's easy for you to love them, because even though Jeremy's not a words, actually let me ask you, even though you're not a words of affirmation person, how did this exercise make you feel?
Oh, that's smooth. I mean, I feel like we have a lot of practice also.
What you mean smooth?
Like I didn't feel uncomfortable at all.
I mean, like, did it make you feel good? Like hearing what I said.
Oh yeah. Yes. So.
That's what I was trying to get you to say. Like, how did you
feel? It made me feel good too. It's like hearing that you appreciated, or just like, oh, I didn't even realize I was, or that that you appreciated that definitely is always good. Like like I always know the last thing like I knew, but like. The healthy masculinity thing is like, oh, I don't even think it's something that I don't even think about.
Yeah, it's just natural. It's in you, not on you, baby. Yeah. What the kids be doing? Yeah. What does that even mean? I ain't seen that one. What's that one?
It's
you been working with Cam too long.
Yeah, for sports, but yeah, I ain't trying to get involved in the street stuff. We can talk about
that's the street stuff?
I'm just playing.
Oh, that's it. Oh no! Cut!
I'm just kidding.
Anyway,
this is just shit the kids do. The rappers,
the youngins nowadays. Yeah. Back in my day, I was talking to somebody, y'all, Christian, and what did he say, federally or something like that.
Yeah, whatever. It's too much slang.
And I was like, back in my day, we said. Those go hard or something. Something simple.
Yeah, something simple. Yeah, I'm like.
Or no, those things is clean.
Yeah,
or that's clean.
Yeah, whatever. We sound old as hell.
Yeah, we are old.
Let's move.
Dirt, but my daddy always said, if you getting older, that means you're not dying young. So I embrace getting older, baby.
That's good.
But we still sound old.
We gotta sound old.
Anyway. But yeah, no, take this as an opportunity, and take this month to really explore and talk to your partner about why you love them, why you adore them, but then also maybe do the exercise within yourself. Why is it easy to love you? Why do you love you? If you don't have a partner, of course, well, even if you do have a partner, you should do that with yourself, but then also, if you don't have a partner, of course, talk about yourself, talk to yourself, or even a family member, friend, whatever the case may be. Just use this time to spread love, and this is your reminder To spread that love to yourself, those around you, and then also your partner.
Yeah, like she mentioned, and I feel like this is something that I think a lot of relationships could benefit from. Just take some time and just talk. You know, like tell somebody why you appreciate them, or you know what's working in your relationship, or what you want to get better at, or whatever it may be. I think that's a major change shift that when we start talking instead of just assuming.
Facts.
Things look different. So like you said, even though I'm not a words affirmation person, knowing that okay, like, and she hate when I get into the school stuff. But I don't even think it was school. I think it was a stuff podcast.
Go ahead.
Whatever. Whenever sometimes when you tell people like speak out loud nice things or things that you appreciate people, those people want to continue to do them because like they think that's the expectation now. So like good. Even if you know somebody is
talk about school.
Right. So even if somebody is, I don't think I got her from school. That's the thing. But it was something school related.
I do that.
But you know, even if somebody is not quite living up to quite their potential per se, but maybe close or whatever it may be, sometimes you can tell them like, hey, man, you are the best, whatever. And then those people naturally want to keep doing it because it's kind of like the expectation now. Like you kind of set the expectation and they're like, oh, well, they think I'm this. Or whatever, so I don't know.
I love that.
Just a little treat.
And
even if you can use that in like your work life or whatever.
That's what I was just thinking. I was thinking with work and with kids.
You can because it kind
affirming them. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Would that be considered a positive affirmation?
I guess. I again, it's just I didn't expect to talk about it right now, so I don't have all the stuff on my brain. But I know that's a tool that people use to sell stuff. Yeah. They tell you like, oh. You know, like if you ever donated to something in the past and stuff like that, sometimes they're like, oh, you're so generous, blah, blah, blah. Here's something else. And so now you're like, oh,
you're damn right, I'm generous. Here's another $50.
Yeah, like damn, I do give money. Like that's who I am, you know. Oh, I should do that again because like they kind of expecting that from me now. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like even just giving those words of affirmation and stuff like that, it can, you know, it can work out for you. Is all I'm saying. You know, if you pour it into somebody else, it could come back. And you never realize
yes. There's definitely science behind that.
Yeah, so pouring into somebody, you know, don't look at
scripture, science, all of that.
Yeah, so don't look at it as if you want to tell somebody thank you. You know, don't look at it as like, oh, I'm just saying thank you to them. Like it might come back and work for you later on. That's all I was trying to say.
Well, I love that, and I completely agree. So I love this exercise. I love getting to talk to you about these things. I'm a words of affirmation person, period. So this is like indulgent for me. I'm just like, I love this.
24 hours probably.
Yeah, but let's get that physical touch in too. None of them kids gone. Okay. Anyway, so that concludes the overall topic for the day. You got a sweet and salty?
Oh man, what is my salty? Man, I feel like you done did something salty.
I feel like you did too, and I can't think of nothing salty.
We had a good couple weeks. We didn't had a good couple weeks. I mean, you did come home with attitude after you getting your nails done. You don't want to say you did. Definitely came home with attitude after you getting your nails done.
You know what? Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
What's up?
Because one, I apologize for having an attitude. That is not like we talk about all day long about communicating, and I did not communicate with you what was making me frustrated. So I sincerely apologize. Now, what was frustrating me, and this is so childish, so again, I apologize. But when I came home, and Noah had company this weekend with his cousins. We did a cousins weekend. But when I came home, like, you were decluttering your room, and Noah's room looked a mess. And I was like, why wouldn't he clean up Noah's room since Noah's about to have some company? Because Noah's room looked atrocious. I get it. They just gonna dirty it up again. I get it.
It's dirty. You look the same right now.
But I'm saying, like, we just gonna leave it, like, just clothes everywhere, shoes, toys.
Get to it eventually, but they don't even play in his room like that. So that's why I'm like, I wasn't thinking about it. So we should have just talked about it. Because they normally play in the living room.
It totally was childish for me to like be annoyed by it, especially not saying anything. But I was just like, dang, like that's the least he can do, just straighten up this room a little bit. Not for nothing other than just to have some. Because I'm thinking, excuse me, if we didn't straighten up his room before they came over, what would it look like now?
I bet you it's the same. It would look easy. It would be crazy. But you know, that's why I mean, It's like going deep. But like you was home earlier too.
And I cleaned up. I did the kitchen and I did the living room.
Okay.
And I had a doctor's appointment and I had to get my nails done. And I had to go to the grocery store. So the only thing and I cleaned my room. So the only thing that wasn't done.
The kids wasn't in your room?
Because my baby love when the bed is made.
I do. But
because I care about you too.
But the clutter in my room was cleaning up somebody else stuff. We kind of share that room now.
Yeah, well. So we say his room. We just talking about the office, but it's where his clothes
It's where my clothes is. But regardless, so yeah, that was
I should have communicated that.
That was interesting.
Okay, what's your sweet?
I mean, you've been just really consistent, holding down. You know, you cooked like the whole last week, not last week, but the week before.
Mm-hmm.
You cooked like every day.
Yeah.
You've been, trying to do better by making a bed and stuff like that. I have recognized that. And,
Because I'm not like, we talked about this before. I'm definitely the messy person when it comes to living quarters. Like, and Jeremy is more neat and orderly. And so his love language is acts of service. And so I just try to.
Yeah, definitely been doing better at making a bed.
Make sure things are the way he likes them.
Stuff like that. I mean, we've been having a good couple weeks.
Okay. Well, I got a salty. So my salty was...
How was your salty?
What?
You said that you were salty that I didn't clean the room up.
Oh, well, I got another salty. I got a double salty. This dude, okay.
Don't believe whatever she about to say.
Yeah, no, because you got me messed up.
She making it up as she go along. Yeah, I can tell.
We went to my mama's house a few months ago. I thought it was at Noah's birthday party, but he said it was at my mama's house. Anyway, my niece and nephews was like, they asked for Noah to stay. And Germ was like, oh, no, but y'all, maybe next time y'all can come to our house.
There you go. That's more like what you said.
Yeah.
What you were trying to say the other day.
No, he said maybe next time y'all can come to our house. Or he said something about, you said something about we'll have to find time for y'all to come to our house. Or something. You said
it
something.
Right the first time. Maybe next time y'all can come to our house.
You said something about them coming to our house.
I did.
Well, y'all know kids don't forget anything. And so I'm like, okay. I had mentioned like, oh yeah, we'll have to get them or whatever. And they had asked about it again. So I was like, okay, let's put a date on the calendar. So I put a date on the calendar for us to get the kids. Boom, we get the kids. And Jeremy barely helped.
I helped though.
Barely.
I helped.
But barely. Barely. So I'm sitting there with 5 kids. Which it was fine, but that was just a little salty. Because I was like, what?
I'd be messing up the vibes. I'm not the fun.
Because that's funny. Strict.
Yeah, I'm not the fun uncle or auntie.
Yeah, you're right.
This is how you gotta look at it. Whenever, because you be their friend, right? Whenever you can't get your point across, I come in and be like,
when was I not able to get my point across?
Pick that up, and it happen right away.
When was I not able to get my point across?
It's a couple times.
It really be my son that don't listen to me.
This is true, but he don't listen to me either. But sometimes,
Start thinking that, but
yeah. I just come through, I'm not the fun uncle. I can admit
I'm just
that.
a little salty.
I'm not the fun for the weekend. I'm not the fun for the weekend.
He's fun for the day. For a few hours,
yeah. That ain't what we signed up for.
Yeah, we had my weekend.
You got the whole weekend. But, I feel
but we still have fun.
But I feel like that's part of the course. Whenever you keep kids the whole weekend, I'll usually... Hey, it's nothing against y'all. It's nothing against y'all. It's just... I'm just staying back here so I don't mess up the vibes.
Cause he do be messing up the vibe. You come up there.
I know you're like, to lead yourself,
I know that's right. Like yesterday, you came up there, Savi just trying to play. You're like, "Hey, pick that up," and you took some, and he picked it up.
Cause he dropped it all on the floor. Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you killing the vibe.
Yeah,
like you gotta do his ass. Like, Sav, go pick that. Anyway.
Yeah, you gonna drop it on the floor, leave it like, nah,
He's
pick it up.
Yeah.
And then you wanna ignore me, so I'll take what you're playing with until you pick it up, and then I give it back to you. I'm fair. I'm just not super fun, and I understand it.
Yeah, well, anyway, it was just a little salty because I'm like, dang, bro, you the one said it, but whatever. We still have a great cousin.
Y'all want to go get ice cream or something? I'm down.
They vegan, so. Oh, I get it from Roxy's. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, I was
avocado ice cream. I'm not gonna eat it, but I'll buy it for you.
My sweet, what is something? I mean, you do little stuff all the time. I'm trying to think. Oh, something that was really sweet. That you did, even though the timing of it probably wasn't the best. But, like, I only have to say something to you one time. and you'll like be considerate of it, or me. So the sweet is the other day, it was snowy, or it was a snow day, and I wanted to work out, and you made sure to come back by a certain time before your class to make sure that I could go work out, and you did your class from home, and you had just planned your day all around me being able to go work out, all because I mentioned like maybe I'll go work out later. And I just think that that mindset is very sweet, to just be very considerate of like, all I gotta do is say one thing, and like you're gonna be considerate of that in a way of like even changing your whole day, just to make sure I can do what I said I want to do, even if I say it mindlessly. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Well, thank you.
Oh, well, I love you.
Now, all she did from the gym said, I shouldn't have came.
Listen, if Jordan's watching this, he know I shouldn't have went that day. So I typically go 5 days a week, but y'all, that day, I looked like trash. And like I said, Jordan will tell you, I looked awful. I performed awful. I was just like out of breath, tired. Like he even was like, dang girl, you tired today. Like it was a bad day. So I probably should have stayed home. But anyway.
Neither here nor there.
I love you.
I love you too. I appreciate you.
And I appreciate you. Okay, y'all. Well, that concludes today's episode. We hope that y'all enjoyed it. We hope that you guys take some time this month to explore why you love yourself, why you love your partner, why you love your friends, family members, whoever. Explore why, and then share that love with each other, with yourself, and just, make a habit of it if possible. So again, hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget, we do have an event February 19th. Information is below. We are so excited to have a live podcast. Also, shirts.
Yes, 2 for $30.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 2 for $30. And
yeah.
If you want to hit us, info@OTBlackLove.
Oh yeah, we have some fun letters. We had some fun emails that I wanted to read. I won't read them today, but we'll have to go through some of them. So yeah, email us, talk to us, DM us if you would like to be on the podcast. We definitely would love to have you, especially if you're in Oklahoma City. Figuring out Zoom and all that stuff is just not in our ministry right now.
But I think we can get it working.
We can probably get it working again, but just not right now. We won't commit to that. But if you're in Oklahoma City and would love to record or just be on the podcast, let us know. We'll probably be doing a little bit of solo stuff.
More solo stuff.
Our
schedule is crazy. It's hard to.
Absolutely. So you can probably expect us at least right now every other week. But there may be some Leck solo episodes with, Leck and friends, and then possibly some Germ solo episodes with German friends or whoever. So that's kind of it, y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. Do you got anything else, babe?
No, I think we can let that ride.
Let it ride.